Hi, morning everyone. My name is Minette Navarrete, and I work for Kickstart Ventures. While we're waiting for my slides to come up, um, I do want to say it's really good to be among what I think are kindred spirits. Um, Equally important because it's not just that we in this room, I think, view social media and innovation as important, but I think far more significantly that they are important tools with the potential to create social good. So I did want to pick up on a few themes: innovation, social media, social good. And we'll start with a definition. It's always a useful thing. Innovation is one of these words that's easily misunderstood. Many people will think that innovation really just refers to the technology, the changes, the devices. It's actually quite a bit more than that. It is, and you will see from the Venn diagram, because all presenters like Venn diagrams, it's a little bit about technology, but it's also about people. And it is, in many ways, about business, because that's what keeps it sustainable. So the attributions are at the bottom, but innovation is more than just a better way of doing things. It's not improvement. And it's more than just the creation of new things. It actually involves adoption, action, validation through use. So innovation is change, yes, but it is change that also changes the way we behave. Social is another word that bears defining. Um, and for that definition, I thought I'd go to the most social of social networks, Facebook. So last year they did a study on Facebook to see, what is the median? What is the average number of friends people have? And last year, when they had about 721 million members, the average number of friends on Facebook was 190. And for the fans of 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, or the people who watched the movie in the 90s and who actually read the Small World experiment in the 1960s, I have news for you. It isn't 6 degrees of separation anymore. On Facebook, the average is 4 degrees of separation globally. In fact, they say within any single country, it's about 3 degrees of separation. So what that means is more friends, more connections, more closeness. Now, what does that mean in terms of us in this room? How do we actually use these innovations, the connections, the closeness? Well, we use it to broadcast our lives, tell people what we're having for lunch. Um, we use it to announce our whereabouts. Checking in is a specific term now. We use it to kill time, entertain ourselves, let people know that we've got time on our hands. Now, somewhat less trivially, we also use it to promote our causes, to organize ourselves, to talk to people about our convictions, share our values, and mobilize people to do things in a particular way. And I think that's been covered quite nicely by the first panel. So we're not going to go into that. Where does that really leave us? If you pull back and you think about the big picture, we are in a changed and changing world. There are huge shifts happening globally, in terms of socio-political environment, in terms of the economics, in terms of the cultural context in which all of us live. It is at once inescapably global. We know what's happening in Syria. We know what's happening in Afghanistan. But it's also intensely hyperlocal. We are much closer to each other, and that changes our perspective of what social means. More importantly, technology isn't about mainframes and backrooms. It is in consumer hands, affordable, instantaneous, spontaneous. There is a lot of computing power in every single person's hands, pockets, purses today. in a way, it makes for, a more volatile world, certainly. But equally, and I really liked Rappler's Talk Thursday a couple of days ago with Jaime Augusto Zabel de Ayala. So there is some attribution, Maria. It is creating for us a brave new Philippines with citizens who are at once self-confident and self-critical. We're aching for change and raring to move forward. So how do we enable this change? How do we accelerate that? And I thought what I would do is share a little bit about what Kickstart does, if we can get that video up and running. Ooh, a question mark. That's not a good thing. Is that a good thing? I could try to act it out. The same thing. I'm actually quite keen to show the video. This video was produced by a startup in the Philippines. They incorporated sometime about January this year. And while I had looked for quite a number of production houses, including the guys who produce videos for Google and Amazon, I thought these guys were great. And I think they get the message across really well with the tone and the character that we like. So I'm holding my breath and crossing my fingers and every other appendage I can.
How long is this video?
It's a 3.5-minute video. So I did time my piece last night, by the way. I'm supposed to be 8 minutes if the video goes.
You'll get extra time, don't worry.
Okay. Josh is signaling. Does anybody want to play charades? Let me talk a little bit about what it is. It's an introduction to Kickstart Ventures for startups. No signal. Kickstart Ventures is actually an incubator, an accelerator. We invest in startups that are operating in the Philippines. And typically what we do is we give them funding and facilities, mentoring. We bring in coaches. There it is. I can see the beginnings. And
each other online. Cool idea, bro.
Start.
Hey there. I heard you have this really awesome idea for a startup. Something like a mobile application or a social media site or a totally new service that will completely change the way we interact with each other online. Cool idea, bro. Too bad it's just an idea. Nowadays, ideas are everywhere. It might not look like it, but you're not the only guy with a billion-dollar idea. Hundreds of other people might have had the same thought as you. Your idea sounds great on paper, but it's just a piece of paper until it becomes a reality. And that's the challenge. How do you bring life to your ideas with just talent, passion, and little else in your arsenal? That's where we come in. Kickstart, the uncorporate incubator. What do? Simple. We help you be more awesome, so you could build yourself something awesome. We're an incubator accelerator that allows tech-enabled Philippine startups to get off to a faster start. What's in it for you? 4 things: facilities, funding, coaching, and connections. We'll get you the right environment, resources, and mentors to make your growth a lot faster and smoother. So by now, you're probably wondering, with all our resources, we must be a corporate giant, right? Well, no. We're also a startup ourselves. Kickstart was incorporated in early 2012. We get it. We know how it feels to be a startup. We are co-creating a community culture reinforced by collaboration and integrity. What we're building is a startup ecosystem that works, or at least one that works better. And the way we do it is fast, practical, and open to the community. Best of all, we have a lot of fun doing it. Still not convinced? Well, we are an independent group, backed by Globe, supported by Singtel Innovate, with a diverse, talented, and capable management team. We've organized a few events here and there that you might be familiar with. We also have great partners who, like us, will help you get off to a running start. Our goal is to help you grow as quickly and smoothly as possible. We want to help you reach your full potential quickly, so you'll make a dent in the Philippine startup scene, or even abroad. The world is your stage. We'll work with you closely, investing time, tools, and networks to help you achieve world domination. So dream big, but don't stop at just dreaming. Start achieving now. Your big idea deserves to be more than just a piece of paper. Build your product, test your theories, share your experiences, scale, monetize, expand. Give it form and let it take flight, because real is what counts. Ready to bring your idea to life? Find us on kickstart.ph, or better yet, come on over and have coffee with Kickstart. We're here to help you make things happen for real. Let's get started now.
So thanks. That was produced by Stream Engine Videos. They're a great little startup. I found them on Facebook. So one of the things we emphasize is that it isn't just about the technology, it's about the people. You take the technology, you take the people, you take the corporates, the business interests, you wrap them around a culture that promotes collaboration and interaction. What we believe is that is what drives good, social good for the bigger majority of people. It isn't just about the trivia. And the fun stuff is important, but it's also about creating the partnerships and the opportunities and an environment and a culture that we all believe in. We're pretty much optimists, like our chairman. We think at the end of the day, and I'll sort of go to the last slide. Whoops, not that last slide, this last slide. We think at the end of the day, the opportunities are there. Technology, social media, the breaking down of barriers, which I think the earlier panel referred to, that can be very, very good if we are able to harness that to rewrite our economic future and to rework the world. It is completely different now, and what we want is the ability to not just have the power in our hands, but to actually make awesome stuff happen. At the end of the day, it isn't just about the conversations that happen in social media. I think it's about the conversion in real life that helps us all move forward and create the new generation of enterprises and create the new success stories that will inspire the future generations and help us build the brave new Philippines that we all believe in and that we all want. Thanks.